Hello everybody, I'm Belmati and this is Lights, Camera, Teach. Welcome back. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about ESL tips. Anything that you could think about that has to do with teaching ESL, teaching English as a second or foreign language. And what are the things that you can do that may make this teaching much easier for you, that can benefit not only you when it comes to teaching the language, but also your student. So let's get this started. First, let's talk about TPR. What is TPR? A method of teaching language or vocabulary concepts by using physical movement to react to verbal input. And in terms that you and I can understand, total physical response is when you basically use your hands and emotions and actions with your movement to basically translate what you're saying. Why do we use TPR? Well, because all of the students that I specifically have here with GOGOKID are students that don't regularly speak English. We may have a variety of students that can speak some English and they are able to understand, and they may even be fluent. You may be surprised. But TPR is very important. Why is TPR important? Because sometimes when you are teaching this language to the student, they may not get it. So let me just show you what I mean by that. Hello, my name is Teacher Mary. Hi. What is your name? That is what I mean. Did you see? I not only said what I wanted to say and asked what I wanted to ask, but I also used my hands. What? Confused face. What? Shoulders up. You know, you're asking a question. What is your name? But did you see what I did? I first started with introducing myself. Why? Because the student will see what I mean by name. My name is Teacher Mary. Okay? They get it. Oh, she's pointing. It's her. She's Teacher Mary. Okay. What is your name? Referring to the same language that I just used to introduce myself. Okay, that is why TPR is so important when we're teaching our children that take these classes here with GOGOKID, because they are literally learning. They're learning and they're trying to understand what you're saying at the same time. The next ESL tip I would love to give you is props. For example, when you do a good job, you get a star. 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 This way, next time, as you continue showing them, and in between the class, every time I reward a student a star, which is what the curriculum has, the slides, the actual platform, we reward students with a star. Ding! So, but at the same time, I'm showing them the star. I'm clicking so that they can get that reward, and then they have this image that pops up on the screen, and it's a star. And at the same time, I'm showing them, you get a star. Click, and they see it at the same time. This is great because I am not only rewarding them using a prop, showing them what it is, they hear the word, they're learning, but remember, 2 props minimum. And you can get these props in the classroom so easily. I'm about to show you how. At the start of every class, the majority of the classes, especially the younger ones, the K-level and the level 1 students, they generally have a song at the start of the lesson and at the end of the lesson. One great prop that you can use while in class is a microphone. It's something that you can utilize while in the classroom with the student. Look how easy. I already have 2 props already. One is my star and 2 is my microphone. And I'm not even done using all of my props. So this is a great one. I use a microphone for the songs. The song to start the class, the song to end the class. And I also use it so that when I would love one of my students to repeat the word or repeat the sentence or answer one of the questions. Ice cream. Red. Good job. You can have a prop like a color wheel. Ooh. This color wheel is awesome because it not only has all the colors, but it also has shapes, and it has the names of all the shapes, and it has the names of the colors. So you'll be able to read along with the student, teach them what color it is, teach them a new shape. This is also a great tool to extend the class. So if you're teaching a class that maybe has to do with the color red, and usually those classes have only about 16 slides. They're very short, 16 to 18, I doubt it's 18 slides. And your class, you're supposed to be teaching in between 1 to 2 minutes a slide. Think about it. If you're teaching 1 minute a slide and there are 16 slides, then you're going to teach for 16 minutes. The total amount of time that you're in class with each student is 25 minutes. So you are definitely going to need a little bit more time to stay in the class. So that is when I stretch it out, and this plays a good role in that class, because I am not only teaching what they're learning, the color red, but I'm also teaching, oh, square, red square. I like red. I like red squares. And then we do that with all the colors, and they learn all the colors. Another great prop that I love to use that you would absolutely love, and this will also help you out so much because this is something that you would use all the time in the class. I have my whiteboard that I use. I was just teaching the word breakfast, and I write the word breakfast on there. We may spell it together, and I may have the student read it by themselves. And so my whiteboard, I have a green board, I have an orange board, I have a few of them, and I use these all the time. Everything I've been showing you, demonstrating to you, classifies and qualifies as a teachable prop. A prop that you can actually use in the classroom. I have this cube. They sell these at Dollar Tree. Well, this is where I got them, and I always see them there. They have them all different colors. I got mine in yellow, and this is actually a dry erase little circle. So you get your dry eraser, and let's say one of the letters that you're working on for that lesson, letter or sound, is the letter B, the B sound. So if I'm in a time crunch and I'm not able to find very quickly my cards before my class, I go ahead and just use this. You just use the letter, you write it down, and you're good to go. I also have tons I've purchased at Dollar Tree, but I homeschool my kiddos, so I have these at home for my kiddos as well. Of alphabet cards, and these are great for whenever you are teaching a phonic, when you're teaching a letter, a sound, a word, when you're teaching how to pronounce or what words you can use with that specific letter. So alphabet letters are awesome, and you can teach. I have multiple ones that have the big letters and the small letters, uppercase, lowercase. It has pictures in it, and you can practice this with your student as well. Following the letters and the cards, I also have right behind me this alphabet poster that I also got at Dollar Tree. So this is great because it not only decorates and just gives you that educational background behind you, but you can also utilize it in the classroom whenever you are teaching a letter. You can point to it whenever you want to extend in the classroom. You can maybe sing the alphabet with the student. You can say each letter by themselves. You can maybe only say sounds and you can point to that letter. So this is really good because you can really see it. The letters are not too small and it's pretty cool. Another thing I may use very often in the classroom are my characters. So I have my GOGOKID families right here. I may use in the classroom, I may take a look at what I'm teaching for that specific class. And if I see that the main characters in that specific lesson is Jack, let's say it's Jack and Hannah, for example. So I have Jack and Hannah that I may use. Sometimes throughout, not sometimes, all the time, the majority of all curriculum, all the slides, all the lessons, they always have some type of interaction and conversation in between the different characters. And it may be in between Jack and Hannah, for example. And Jack may ask a question and Hannah's to answer that question. And so I may hold up Jack and ask the question with Jack so the student can understand. Jack says, "Hi, Hannah." Hi. Or sometimes, now that I'm thinking about that lesson, that's actually hello, hello, hi, hi. So Dragon says, "Hi, Hannah." Hi, Dragon. See, and so that's a good way for you to use props, and at the same time, you're using TPR. So those are a few of my props that I use in the classroom. I have a lot more, such as footballs and basketballs and soccer balls. Just a quick, I have a map, I have a world map, and I have a map of the United States. So that's a good one too, because sometimes the students love to see where they are at. Teacher Mary. Ooh, America. And this is great because I have this laminated, so if I need to, I can just circle it. And I have a globe that I use in the classroom as well. Dollar Tree. So those are just roughly a few of the props that I use in the classroom, and I hope I gave you an idea of what I mean by using props in the classroom. So remember, the minimum are 2 props that you can use that GOGOKID strongly suggests and recommends that you use in the classroom. What is next? Incidental language. What is it? Should I use it? One thing you need to always remember is that using simple language in the classroom is very important for your student. Why? Because remember, your student is learning. They're just learning, and their language skill is very limited, and their understanding of what you are teaching them is very limited as well. So it is very important for you to minimize using incidental language, such as, "Hi, when you read, I would like for you to say everything I just said right there." Did you see that sentence? That is all incidental language. Instead, you can say, "Read. I am happy." Good job. Red. I like red. Yes. Did you see that? Instead of telling them, read, sometimes you can. Some of the students do understand that. Read, it's important for them to understand those simple instructions, but you're only saying read. Not, can you read? Will you read? Let's read. Those are simple. Just use very simple. Simplify the long sentence into very short, one word, or maybe phrases, 2 words. Try and simplify what you use in the classroom. If you didn't notice, using simple language and TPR go together. How does that happen? Well, take a look at what I do when I say a sentence, and I'm asking the student to read the specific sentence that I am reading to them. Red. I like red. Yes, another thing that is huge when teaching online is enthusiasm. Having a huge smile when you're in the classroom, when you're greeting your student, when you're teaching your student throughout the class is huge, because your student may be tired from taking classes all day and they just need a welcoming teacher, an enthusiastic teacher, an excited teacher to see that student, to welcome them into the classroom and to teach them an awesome class that they're able to enjoy themselves, not only learn, but have fun in the process. How do you do this? Have a big smile. When I am teaching my students in the classroom, the first thing I do is, hello, my name is Teacher Mary. What is your name? Yes, good job. Yes, how old are you? I am 6 years old. Good, thank you. Look, you get a star. Bing, and you give them the star. You have to remember, our students that live in China, they have such a different routine, such a busy routine and busy lives throughout the day. Their schedules are filled with classes and they may be taking your class towards the end of their day. Maybe one of their last classes that day, maybe not. But this GOGOKID class is not only for them to help them with their English language, but you're also giving them a different type of structure than their regular day-to-day classes when they are in school. Because with your online class, you can have fun. You can sing a song with them in class. You can teach them things. You can act silly. You can say words with silly voices, and you can encourage your student to do the same thing. You just want to be sure that your student is having fun while learning. And that's a huge way for you to be so enthusiastic and for you to be just so joyful in the classroom. And I think that smiles are contagious. So if you smile and you may see a student that is maybe not smiling, just keep smiling. Be so enthusiastic, show them so much love, show them support, show them encouragement. And maybe if they're feeling a bit nervous, or maybe if they're not feeling up to taking that class that specific day because they're tired from their long schedule, maybe your smile will help them. Your enthusiasm will encourage them. Your encouragement may push them so that they can do more and know that they're doing a great job. So using props, a minimum of 2 props in the classroom. That's including your rewards, such as your star. Maybe you have a gem in class. I have a gem, but I usually just using these props in class. Remember, a minimum of 2 props in the classroom, such as your reward system. It can be a star. It can be your gem. It can be your secondary reward. Your secondary reward can literally be candy in a jar. Whatever you use for your secondary reward system, that's a prop. All the different props I talked about, including your microphone. Using simple language in the classroom is so important. And also having so much enthusiasm. Just having a big smile and encouraging your student. Look at the difference when you don't encourage your student or when you're not smiling in the class. Hi, my name is Teacher Mary. What's your name? Hi, Anna. That is what not to do in the classroom. So that's a huge difference compared to what I showed you earlier. Having a big smile and being so enthusiastic and showing so much encouragement makes a huge difference and goes a long way. I hope all of these things were very helpful for you, and I hope you take something away from all of these tips that I just gave you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!